Alright, what is going on, guys? Wrecked here. In today's video I want to show you one of the game's toughest zones, especially when it comes to soloing, and that is Sirens Grotto. Now this is on the Cobalt Scar entrance here, underwater, north side of Cobalt Scar. You have a little cave you dive through, and you'll come through here where we're at right here into Sirens Grotto. Now Sirens Grotto is difficult because these monsters or these enemies hit like a truck. They hit very hard, they quad hit, they are very rough, high levels, very tough to solo. Now as an enchanter, if we don't fight here, you have an easy trick like some of the other zones we've talked about for traveling through, and it's pretty much, I've not done any killing or any fighting here because of the guild I've joined here. We do a lot of Temple of Ishan, and to get to Temple of Ishan I have to cross through this zone. So as soon as I kill something here, I will hurt my faction, and this trick I'm about to show you won't allow me to transverse through the zone without being killed on sight. So that only adds to the trouble of traveling through one of the toughest zones in the game. But right now I have not touched my faction, there's no problem there, but so I can use the spell Collaboration and cast it on any one of the enemies in the zone here. You can see the enthralled Bolthar. Right now he's threatening to me. If I cast Collaboration, we will all of a sudden be apprehensive. So again, if we kill one creature here, that trick won't work anymore, but for right now we're able to move around as much as we want. So this is Cobalt Scar. You can see what's going on. There's a few really good aspects of this dungeon. One, you're going to make a lot of money if you're farming here, you're soloing here. There's some really good items that drop that sell for like 50, 70, 80,000 plat. Also the Neriad Shawl, which is the best in slot shoulder piece for an enchanter, drops here. So we're going to go ahead and farm that at one point to replace our loam encrusted and get all of that. But for now, I've been holding out on fighting here because I don't want to ruin that faction hit. Now there's a few tricks of the trade when you're fighting here. Some creatures like mermaids or the seahorses here, if you are fighting them, you aggro, they're going to come at you, but if you get out of the water, you will lose that aggro. So you can kind of bounce up and down from the water to lose that aggro. I've also seen some guys bounce up into the wall in like gnome form. So like this right here would be losing aggro from those if I had aggro on those seahorses. And you'd be getting it back every time you get back in the water, but there's certain tricks to be able to make this zone a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and start off by just kind of going through the zone, going through the other side, show you the pathway through. If you're trying to get to the Western Waste and over to their Temple of Ishan or Dragon Acropolis, this is how we go from the Cobalt Scar entrance. So we have a few things here. We have some tunnels underwater to the west, to the east, that heads over to the Mermaid area, and we'll go show that in a second. And then straight ahead here, there's that waterfall. On the other side, way up there, is where the exit will be. So we're going to see this tunnel here to pretty much, I think this is the northwest. Yeah, northwest right here. We're going to go ahead and dive through here. And you can see if I was killed on sight, we have all these enemies kind of in our way. So these guys would be quadding me for like the 300s or whatever, which would really suck, and that's why it's tough to get through here. A lot of classes will just take a sucker or whatever you call it to get the way through. So you saw through that path, it led me up this little kind of water spout area that will drop me off on the other side of, there's the waterfall we just looked at. I'm going to drop down. Boom. So now we have here, we got the Bolthar. And you can take either the left path here and wrap around to the north side, or I typically go through this way on the east side, get as far north as possible. And here is our zone. You can see all the dead bodies. Someone dropped something here. Oh, just a pouch of Velius. That is our zone to Western Waste. So let's go ahead and check out pretty much what we want to be fighting. Now everything social aggro's here too. I'm pretty sure manatees are the only ones who aren't going to be on the the Sirens Grotto faction. So if you do ruin faction, you can still keep these guys indifferent. So there is one little safe spot there at the entrance you could kind of pull to. Let's go ahead and head back over to the Cobalt Scar entrance. Now what we'd mostly be fighting here is going to be the ice servants or watery servants and the mermaids. Here we go, the sea elephant. I think they're not going to be aggro on us either. So like this right here, this is our Cobalt Scar entrance. Right here, these mobs would be aggro for kill on sight, but if we're right here over to the right, I'm pretty sure we would be safe here. I don't think this sea elephant is going to be a mob that attacks. It might be this other side we'd have to be on over here. Either way, we have a little safe spot that you could pull to at the entrance here. And again, anything in the water that you aggro, you're not going to keep aggro if you jump out of the water. Now, the walruses and the bolthar or the molkor here, they will jump and follow you into the water, I'm pretty sure. Now the molkar and the bolthar, they drop like hides and stuff they can sell for like 1k. Everything here I think drops some good gems. Seahorses, I don't really fight them too often, but we're going to go to the east side here and go to the mermaid area. See, there's like a little castle area here. Just keeping to our right. We're going to swim on over here. It looks like Jafar is here. I think he farms this mermaid spot over here. Just keep going. You can see here's a bunch of Pinky's corpses. And this is kind of the entrance to the Siren Castle or whatever. There's like a name Siren pops in there. Sirens are pretty tough. They're decent pets though. You could grab the Siren Priestess as a pet if you're going to pull anything here, or this one, Siren Priestess over here. They hit tough. Now the Icy Servants here, these guys will cast a Dispel. So you want to have like dummy buffs on your pets on the top, but they are good to kill because they are placeholders for a shimmering servant, I believe they're called, whatever, the shimmering, whatever it's called. That is a great named mob here that drops a few items that sell well over 50,000 platinum, so a really good farm. Typically you're going to even fight them there or various other places in the caves and such. You'll be able to find them. So right here where these corpses are, you can see this guy had a few deaths. That's all right. Pinky's a buddy of mine. I know he was trying to charm the seahorses, which typically don't do too well. So what we want to do is we want to fight the mermaid. So if we jump on down here, I have my fishbone earring on. We've got a Mermaid Maiden. You can see the maiden over here has a torch, so someone was using that as a pet. Maiden. So maidens and mistresses are pretty much what we're going to find all down through these caves and stuff. And these guys are what we want to be killing to get our potential Neriad Shawl. And why is the Neriad Shawl so good? Because it adds like 25 charisma and so much intelligence. I'll pull it up here. And again, it's a best in slot item for enchanters so that we can start replacing other items that we have for more intelligence or hit points. So there's an Neriad Shawl, drops from the Maiden, the Mistress, Sea Princess, and the Weavers. So anything here, it has the effect of a water illusion you can cast. We do lose 10 strength and 8 stamina, plus 5 dexterity, but that's okay. I mean, strength and stamina you can make up easily in the other slots. That 25 charisma in the shoulders really allows us to have some better gear in other slots. Like right now, with all the gear I have on right now, we have 5 charisma over our max. So I could even replace any one of my gear that has just 5 charisma with something that has more intelligence, more hit points, more resist, whatever it is I may need. So that's something to be thinking about too. Now, I will do the second half of this video, second portion. We will start killing some stuff, but for right now, Sakir, you left your corpse down here with your freaking epic. Get that. But what we can do is we're going to pretty much pull these guys right here. The trick of this is that you're going to cast, grab one of these guys as a pet. You're going to have them attack the other one, and then you're going to have them fight underwater as you jump above the water. So you'll be right here as they're kind of fighting down there to the right. And if charm breaks or anything like that, then you don't have aggro. You will lose aggro and you'll be good to go. Now you got to be careful of these mermaids because they will backstab or double backstab you for like in the 800s or something like that. And they hit very hard. And again, this is a very rough zone. So that's why we kind of like to use these little tricks of being out of the water, losing aggro, and those type of things to be able to make it happen. All right, so just to cover my bases of what I probably was showing this, covering the screen, we go down this way. We have the potential mermaids to charm. Once we'd fight down below. We'd jump up into the ledge here where the corpses are. This is where we would be able to have them fighting below, and if charm breaks or anything, they won't summon you because you will be losing aggro. So it kind of is a safe type of situation. Again, the only problems that are going to happen is if like you have charm break or they warp to you and you get backstabbed as you're kind of running back up here, because they will backstab in the 800 and sometimes double backstab. We can go off to this way. This has more mermaids. And all these little caves down here have various mermaids and ice servants and different things like that that we could pull. So, tough zone, but very solid to farm. Now let's head back near the entrance area. We'll go look in just this other cave. Got some more servants over here. So let me look on the Sirens Grotto wiki. I want to see, what is this named guy called again? Shimmering Sea Spirit. So anyway, anytime we're going through, we'll just kind of target Shim. And if we find a Shimmering Sea Spirit, level 52 up to level 55, can spawn anywhere. A watery or icy servant may spawn, but he drops a Wave Crasher, Drums of the Beast, and Shield of Tsunami. So Wave Crasher sells for 45,000. Good little sword. The Drums of the Beast sells for, looks like about 100,000 platinum. And then Shield of Tsunami sells for just about 1,000. But still a solid item to go for. Alright, so that is pretty much our zone here. We'll come back in the next half of this and we'll do a little bit of slaying. Alright guys, so we're in our spot to be able to start farming for our Neriad Shawl. Right here at the Siren little castle or whatever. With our mermaids below. A little nervous on getting started. And nervous on ruining my faction. But we'll be okay. I went ahead and bound myself in Cobalt Scar right outside the zone line. You can't bind yourself in this zone. Now we're going to want to probably keep our water breathing. Now I'm not sure how close everything is. So if I were to, let's say, Mez the guy on the right, is this maiden going to attack me on the left? I think a good maybe test here is to Mez this maiden, and then we'll run and see if this other maiden comes and follows. Now this down here, hopefully she doesn't aggro too. I mean, we're going to go ahead and keep our Neriad Maiden here with the torch already. We'll pet her. And hopefully it only takes a couple kills and we'll be able to get this Shaw, because I really don't want to be farming here. I mean, I could be. You know, practicing our jump out too. I'm pretty sure these guys are low enough level for me to use Mez, and won't have to just use Rapture, Neriad Maiden. So these should be actually like level 50. blanket of forgetfulness in there, which probably won't be necessary right now, but just in case. I'll actually maybe get Visions of Grandeur, really buff my pet up heavily. These guys aren't casters, I don't believe, so I want to see nothing else is around. Okay, the seahorse is there. Got to be careful on our distance, I would say. So if I mez her, am I going to frickin' get aggro? That is the question. I'm going to get as far up as I can here. So maybe it's better if I mez the middle there and then see if this maiden comes. Far enough from the seahorses. Gonna float down here. Cross our fingers. Okay, she resisted. Okay, so Mez resist. Double check our levels. We broke the aggro at least. It did not aggro the girl on the right though. I'm going to try one more time. Okay. So that pulls her out a little bit at least. Okay, it did aggro the girl on the right. So that's something good to know. So I'm going to assume they can't be Mez other than maybe Rapture. So they're probably higher level than the wiki's telling me here. I will go ahead and tash her real quick. So now she's got a debuff on. That lasts a pretty good amount of time. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a calm in here too. Could probably just go ahead and tash this other one so that our calm sticks. So really just kind of utilizing these mechanics as best we possibly can. Hopefully those seahorses don't aggro. I want to see if it pulled that other one. Okay, so by pulling her on the right, that did not aggro the one over there. So just when she pulls in, that must be what grabs her. Let's go ahead and see if a lure will grab this other pet here. I'm going to grab the one on the right just to see. I assume she's going to be too high though. If she's not being mezzed, yeah. So lots of that. Let's try a Boltrons. At least it's pulling her out a little bit. Now killing the other one with a torch could be an issue, but we will see. Okay, so Where is she? There she is. Oh, I gave her a little staff. That's interesting. You sit right there, girl. Okay, so let me vog her up. Man. I should have kept her a little bit lower. Alright, so I got her down there fighting. Boom. Now I think as long as that doesn't break, we'll get that kill. Give her a little feedback. Alright, our pet just destroyed that girl. That's pretty cool. Cross your fingers. Hopefully she's got a Neriad Shawl and we won't have to do much fighting here. Alright, so I lost... okay, so we're still apprehensive, even though I lost the Sirens Grotto faction, so we got a few kills here. Apparently that'll work out okay. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to break my pet. And still got her on my good side. Got a good torch there. Alright, let's go through here and see what ads we'd have. Whoa, I just swam really fast out of there. These are kind of rare, I believe. Resist, get out of the water. Oof, she is vogged up. So I should be able to grab her right here. Come on. Damn. Out of sight, that's okay. You can see I'm being very cautious. Oh. Alright, if I jump out of water and pull my pet back, apparently... Oh, what happened? Oh, I got freaking summoned? I don't know what just happened there. Where am I? I'm lost now. So let's just hope that she finishes that fight. I'm not really sure what just happened there. I definitely got summoned. Okay, so my charm broke. And I don't know what happened there. But I got hit by my pet, obviously, so apparently it was an instant, like, summon type of mechanic. So the key is, definitely want to pull them out a little farther. like I did that first one where I can see them. Not too sure what just happened there, but it was, you can see I got pretty much quadded by my pet for 260, 280 there. And it's very tough to find clerics that are going to be running through the zone here. So I got about one more death until I would be on the verge of losing my level, which we do not want to happen. But that was my first 2 pulls here. We got 1 kill. Definitely got to just learn the mechanics of what the heck just happened there. I have no idea, honestly. I assume it was like that was, I don't know. That was pretty much me getting summoned, but it hit me so quickly I didn't actually get summoned. I couldn't tell you. What do I got? What did I miss there? Got my food. Got that. I think that's pretty good. All right, so let's buff up and give that another try. All right, we've met it up here, at least enough. Who the hell knows what happened in that last pull? I don't. I'm pretty sure I was probably too close to the water. I guess if I'm right here, maybe she could have come and hit me because she pretty much warped to me instantly instead of summoning me. Let me see, I did get summoned before. Yes, you have been summoned. It's funny, she summoned me. Yeah, the mechanics here are definitely funky, at least. We're just going to have to learn them. So pretty much it is one of those scary things of being underwater too. Now we have a 30-minute respawn timer. I think we can get like a single pull over here too. Pretty sure that girl won't come if we pull. Oh look, she now has a torch in her hand instead of that. So my pet didn't last very long last round. These guys resist heavily. That death hurt. Girl is resistant. Okay. It's like 10% of my mana each pull, each hit too. Now the Sirens, they do have mana, I believe, and we could use Theft of Thought and such. These Maidens are quadding for about 280. There was no summon symbol here. Attacking a Neriad that I've just been knocked unconscious, so I assumed the girl just warped to me, and I must have been just too close. I have no idea, honestly. Man, she is just resisting. Maybe Tash wore off. So I'll go ahead and re-Tash her. I have a feeling I'm going to have a graveyard of corpses here as well. Not many clerics path through the zone too, so it's tough to get a res unless you just kind of know someone. This is probably even more unlikely than the Plane of Mischief. We get to about 50%. We'll run down, we'll Tash, we'll run up, we'll run back down, we'll pet. We'll pull that girl and then just hope for the best. Don't even, I mean, as fast as my pet was beating down that maiden in our last pull, probably don't even need to slow them, especially if it's if we're going to be out of water and not have an issue of charm breaks. But then again, who knows if we will have an issue because we just had an issue. God, I feel like I'm going so slow. Man, she is resisting heavily right now. I almost want to root her and then pull mobs into her. I was thinking, I don't think Tash wore off either. Man, how many resist is that? That is the same one we petted before with the same spell. Just make sure. Charm has worn off. Color flux. Yeah. Boltrons. So yeah, Boltrons did get her last time. Alright, so just going to med again for a minute, probably get up to like 75% so I can get a few of these Boltrons cast off. Alright, let's try this again. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we just gotta hope that it doesn't break by the time I can get this maiden over here. Alright, so here we go. Stay a little bit farther up the ramp. So the fight's definitely a little bit closer if I'm not slowing that mob, but save us some mana. Still does it with about 50%, so let's have her sit. Okay, so we're dubious now. 2 kills. Got us to dubious. Once we get to the kill on sight, we're going to have to be careful of all these other guys up here. Once we get into the water, we'll have to go invis. Got a translocate, level 50 wizard spell. Nothing great, but nothing horrible. All right. Oh shit. I gotta let her regen all of her life back, or else she summons me instantly like that right there, and I die. So that was a lesson learned there. I was trying to go too fast. And now we're down to 10% of our level. So next death, we definitely lose our level. Don't want to do that. Need to go get some more experience elsewhere, or get a cleric in here to give us some reses to get that all back. I was just dumb on my part, trying to rush it. Now the problem, once we get another couple kills, if we die, it's going to be much harder for us to get to our corpse. Because things will... What was that? Is that a cleric? No, it's a warder. The seahorses will see through invis, so we're going to have to calm them. This guy right here, he's indifferent. So yeah, the sea elephants and stuff, you won't lose faction with them. The seahorses, we'd have to calm all these guys. Or I guess we could do the trick where we jump out of the water or whatever. I guess the next question is, are they going to aggro me for dragging corpses? Alright. I assume I was too close to the water on that first death. Second death was a stupid mistake, and that's typically how new zones go for you. When you don't know the mechanics, you haven't fought there much, you haven't dealt with the enemies and what they're going to do, you're going to get a few just negligent, type of ignorant mistakes like I've made there. Definitely have to be extremely cautious when fighting here. The dumb mistake of trying to charm my pet again whenever she was below 97%. That means that they have the summon ability available. So that was just really a dumb mistake. And I truly believe that first death, like I said, I was just probably standing too close to the water. And the instant warp came through and was able to hit me. Who knows? That could have just been maybe a bug even that we ran into, but that was definitely not the usual scenario. So we just got to stand a little bit higher up on our ledge here. We need to not be dumb with our poles. Let that at the hit points level, let them regen all the way back up, and then try and play it as safe as we possibly can from there. I think we'll be okay from this point on. Hopefully no more deaths, especially once we get to the kill on sight position, because then that's going to be a whole other learning phase of how to get back here, getting past those seahorses and stuff without aggro or by losing aggro, whatever it may be. And hopefully we can just camp out here. This is where I'll be camping, and I'm bound at the entrance over there, so hopefully I can just chill here until I get my shawl, gate out, and not have to worry about that. Because once I get my shawl, I'll have really no reason more to camp here. Like I said, it's a good place to make money. Everything here has a chance of dropping high-level spells, has a chance of dropping netted kelp gear, which sells very well, gems, I believe, a few other things as well. And then you got the names too that are very valuable, drive a lot of really good drops, but the danger so far is not worth the money almost, it seems. Whereas my favorite money-making camp right now is still Broodmother. Very simple camp to maintain. Corpse recoveries are simple, no faction loss, and then I've got 5 flawless diamonds sitting in my bag right now. That's 20,000 platinum ready to be sold. So we'll go ahead and get these 2 reses. Then we'll go ahead and med up, and we can go ahead and start some more kills over here and get things kind of cranking. And I'll catch up once we are back full mana, full health, and ready to go. We are back here, Sirens Grotto, got our reses, got 43% into the level again. Met it up, pretty much good amount. Probably gonna want to rehaste our pet. Especially we're going after, I believe, a maiden here, which is a higher level. Or a mistress, excuse me. I hope where I'm standing is not close enough to aggro those guys too. That would be not good for future polls. Alright, so let me retash this girl. Shit. That's not what I want. You gotta get out of the water. See, that's an issue right there. If I break, I'm gonna die here. Got her slowed. Now we just cross our fingers. That'll be enough to get it back even. Which one's which? Mine's the maiden. Okay, looks like they're evening up again. 10% difference. There we go. Just hold a few more seconds, minutes. Nice. Alright. Still dubious. I'll let her met up all the way. Nothing. This one should be back up. Yeah. Almost might be worth it for us to Tash, jump up here, and then maybe root. That'll keep her in place, so then when I... no, that would be a little too risky. %, so just wait till it gets up back to 100. Definitely don't want to make that mistake again. One more tick. Hopefully get that off before it pops. And okay, so my maiden's still winning, so we'll just let that fight go out. She did resist that Forlorn Deeds. And then also, whenever we get these kills, we gotta make sure we're not too close to the mobs up here, because we will get into kill on sight faction. Okay, good. And we don't want to get aggroed while we're up here for sure. Now, I'm pretty sure this shawl is pretty rare. It says ultra rare on the loot table here, but oh, that's not what I wanted. Go ahead and give her a Vogue. Still dubious. Alright, got a little sapphire. That's like what, 100 plat or so. Let this girl get back up to 100. We can pull that one more. And those three pretty probably gonna what I'm gonna stick with as far as my consistent pulls, not rush this too much. Just kind of chill here, do those 3 mobs until we can get our shawl, and then get the hell out of this zone. And then we're gonna have to figure out how to get a good run through to get back for next week's Dragon Cycle and Temple of Vishan, because I'm gonna have to pass through this zone no matter what. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna med up a little bit. 30-minute timer. Those kills go pretty fast. I mean, that girl is hitting very hard, so. Now buffs, we're able to cast on our pet from above the ledge without having direct line of sight. All of the debuffs on the enemy from the ledge have been not working. They get interrupted, so I assume it doesn't have the line of sight message, but they've never worked yet. So I assume they're not in line of sight with the debuffs. That's probably what's going on there. Alright, so I think there's nothing else there. We're going to try and do this 50%. Should be okay, hopefully. Go for it. Boom, 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 boom. Have her sit. It's about the perfect spot. That vision of grandeur is definitely enough haste to just like destroy the maidens, probably the mistresses too. We'll throw a guard so she doesn't come running at me. Oh, look at that. What was that little pather underneath them? That was scary. Still dubious. Man, I literally just want a shawl to drop in the next like 2 kills. Okay, so this is starting to get a little bit more risky. Okay, so that's that same one. So we could possibly just do those 4. I mean, it's not like this is any much farther than where I just pulled that other one. Alright, so let's get to about 50%. So we got like netted kelp pants, sell for about 2,500, 2,000, 2,500. Cap, shoulders, bracelet, shoes. Cap sells for about 800. Shoulders only about 400. Bracelets 400. Shoes about 500. So not bad. Not great, but it is money. Cash money. Dude, how do I not see her? Okay, my tash wore off. Oh shit. She's fighting a mistress. So she must got... Ooh. Our charm broke. As we were pulling, she must have backstabbed the crap out of her. Alright, so charm didn't last very long there. Luckily we lasted a long enough time. Let them met up. Definitely want them to pull a little farther out, because once we're kill on sight, just looting the corpses will be a pain. So we got to be like up high. We can cast there, run out. Let me retash this girl. Oh, what the hell? Where was that mistress at? Why was there a... Oh, there's two of them here? No. Where did we pull the mistress from last time if the maiden was right there? I'm a little confused. Visions of grandeur just destroys. So we get quite a few kills. Not as good a loot as everyone says. Where the hell was that mistress that I pulled? So I cast on a mistress, didn't I? Right here. I'm a little confused there. Alright, so that's our 4 mobs. We can just kind of do that rotation. You know, if you get ballsy, you go deeper, but that's going to really take away all the good perks that we have. So we'll go ahead and med up and then just go back to our rotation, grab the maiden. That one will be popping straight ahead next. We'll be good to go. It's almost time for me to hit the sack too anyway, so it might be good just to log and come back. Doing this all once we don't have faction is going to be the next test. Alright. Finally got another pop there. We'll be able to do one more round here, and then I'm going to probably call it a night. It's about midnight here, so a little later than I like to play. ass. Chick resists so often. Still dubious. Improved in Fizz versus Undead. Just level 50 spells. Nothing really that impressive. Another minute or so. This girl should spawn. There we go. Guys are definitely highly magic resistant. That's even with Tash on. That's 4 in a row. I just need enough to be able to pull that other one. See, there's that. Oh, look at that little pather came through the floor. We'll see if our pet can make it through. She's still winning. We'll break our pet if we can here. Oof. Oh, she started to fight the mistress. Oh no. Okay, so I just don't understand the mechanic. I don't get it because we were up above. We got summoned. Shouldn't be getting any aggro up there. Maybe because there were two. I'm not understanding what's going on. Why was I summoned there? I mean, like, not far up enough? I got hit for 586 and 604 there. Must have got backstabbed a couple times. I guess I don't freaking know. I don't know what's going on. And that mistress, she passed like through the wall. So that was an issue there too. Who knows where she really came from. I'm gonna have to definitely watch the recording back on that because I feel like I was far up here, wasn't I? I was like up here. And I still got summoned. Maybe because there was two of them? I'm just not sure. Alright, we're back. That last kill, we are now threatened on our faction here, so we got to be careful when we're transversing through here, back and forth like this right here. Hopefully I'm not close enough to aggro. All right. Met up a little bit and just keep on pulling. Go ahead, set timer. 30 minutes. That should be good to go. Continue killing here. Use them to take that mistress, but mistress are a little higher and we need that full life for sure. Oh, there we go. Got our shawl. So we are now done with this place. Too bad it didn't happen a few kills earlier, and I would have still been dubious this place. We've ruined our faction, but it is worth it. So there we go, guys. That is how we get our Neriad Shawl. I'm excited there. See, the difference is we only lose about 19 hit points, jump up a good 70 mana. Also, we have, I think, an extra, 25 charisma, so we're up 30 charisma. So I'll be able to start replacing a lot of these other items that have charisma with hit point items, intelligence items. I want to get intelligence up to 255, so we got 54 left to go, and we'll be cranking. So guys, that is how we farm our Neriad Shawl here in Sirens Grotto. Like I said, unfortunately that didn't happen 3 kills earlier, and I would have still been dubious this place. Now I'm threateningly, no way to increase our faction back up, and then getting back to TOV in future cases is going to be tough past these seahorses and stuff, but we will be figuring that out at a later date. Probably just running through Rune Up, Bedlam Up, doing some calm, and we'd be good to go. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next one.